I hope to visit you soon in Ireland.
Come over to us. Go to Kerry. Come on, you
I
have
have
to.
to go to my county.
Kerry, congratulations on this movie. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, like a lot of things you do. But I think it's going to be quite mind-blowing for a lot of people all around the world, this story, because I don't think many people are going to know. I'm maybe it's a bit ignorant. I did not know about this story whatsoever. So did
No.
you?
So I had this crazy thing happened where Tyler Perry emailed me a link or texted, I can't remember. And he said, take a look at this. I think it's something we could work on together. And I was like, okay, so excited, but I was super busy. I had a weekend full of like photo shoots and press. And I was like, I'll wait till Monday where I can give it my full attention and I'll give him a call. And that weekend, I was shooting something that I used to do on my Instagram called Black Herstory. And I used to dress up as these really famous women in history, like Rosa Parks or Grace Jones. And my social media director, Emily Kitching, brought me a story about the 6888 and a picture of Lena Darracott King. I had never heard of them. My mind was blown. I was like, we have to do this. I dressed up like Lena King on my Instagram. And then a couple of days later, I opened the link from Tyler, and it was a whole feature film about the 6888. I was like, are you kidding me? Because I had fallen in love with the idea. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen myself or anybody that looks like me in these uniforms. It was so fun to shoot the pictures for Instagram. And I was like, oh, what a joy it would be to be able to play one of these characters. So then to be invited to play their captain, Charity Adams, who I also had never heard of at that point, that it was just thrilling.
And what do you do? And is there any nerves? Because obviously you take it on, you say yes, amazing. But when you actually know you're playing this person, it's a real person, and you played real people before. But is there an extra responsibility, an extra kind of pressure with a real
Yeah,
person?
you know what's funny is there is an extra pressure, I think, to playing somebody who's a real person or inspired by a real person because either they're alive, like with Anita Hill, and you're like, oh gosh, what are they going to think? Or their children are alive, which in some ways is even more pressure, because you're honoring the legacy. Like Charity Adams' children, I was so nervous for them to see the film. They loved it. Um, but also, in some ways, it's easier because you can really sink your teeth into research that exists. You're not just pulling out of your imagination. I read her memoir 2 times. I was able to listen to interviews with her, watch archival footage, talk to people who knew her, talk to soldiers who worked with her. Miss Roday, who's a member of the 6888, was her driver. So I was really able to sink my teeth into the kinds of facts that can ground performance. And so it's both extra stressful, but also really helpful.
Okay, well, it sounds like doing all that research on the work, playing the role. You're executive producer as well. You sound like someone who's a bit of a workaholic, to be honest with you. But I did see somewhere that part
You've
of your
been talking to
responsibility.
my therapist.
I did see somewhere that part of your responsibilities as producer was organizing pajama parties. Like
I
maybe that's
wouldn't
a fun
say
job.
I wouldn't say like in my, job description as executive producer, it was organized jammy parties, but I did feel like one of the things, I worked with Tyler on the script a great deal. I weighed in on casting. I did a lot of different kinds of things. Mostly my job as an executive producer was to be in the trenches with Tyler, to advocate for him, to support him, to help him execute his vision, whatever that looked like. But I did feel like both on screen and off, I was in a position of leadership with these young actors, and I wanted to make sure that I was fostering community and encouraging them and embracing them. I think my leadership style on set is a little different from Charity Adams. There was less yelling. And I'm not as stern and as strict, but I think even Charity Adams, her leadership comes from these very high expectations, which I had of these actresses. I had very high expectations of them, but delivered with a lot of love and compassion and encouragement. So I did. We did some TikToks, we did some jammies, we did some dinner parties, we text threads, all the things.
Okay. Final question. You've got a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. How does that feel? Do you feel like you've hit a point where do you feel like a successful, is there anything left? You've kind of done it. Is it a marker?
There's always more. There's always something left. That's how you know I'm a workaholic. But you know what's funny? That the dream of having a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame was never really a dream of mine, but it was a dream of my dad's. It was something that he really, really wanted for me. Maybe because he gets to see his name, in stone. And I think also just because he dreams really big for me. And sometimes I think it's important to have people in your life who have bigger dreams for you than you may even have for yourself because it pushes me forward. So being able to receive that honor and actually have my parents there with me to share the day with them, to be able to take pictures with them and celebrate them as being the people who kind of put this dream in motion. That was really, really special.
Well, congratulations on that, and congratulations on 688. Brilliant film. Thanks so much, Kerry. Great to talk to you.
Thank you so much. I hope to visit you soon in Ireland.
Come over to us. Go to Kerry. Come on, you have to.
I have to go to my county.
See you later. Bye-bye.
And I remember when I was 8 years of age, we went to watch Casper in Navan, County Meath, Casper the movie, and we snuck in to watch Bad Boys instead.
That's hilarious. So from one bad boy to another.
Yes.
May I hear your groove?
Oh, it's so bad.
I want to hear it.
I'm sorry, that's it. And I tried it on the way over as well. Because I knew I was going to not ask you to do it. I was going to ask about other people doing it.
I love that it's just the word hello.
I know.
How was your mom?
How's my mouth? Oh, Doug, I love this. Look at this, the Irish accent. I mean, she's great. She's down the road.
I've had to apologise to lots of people I know because they've sent me people who live in London, and if they live anywhere near a billboard, then I'm sort of haunting all of my friends, and that does feel like something you should apologise for up front. I wonder how long I will be stationed like outside their windows.
I have 2 words for it. And great. Yeah. It's great.
Every time I see you, you're more famous. Do you know what I mean? You're like taking over the world. I mean, this time it's Croke Park.
This is like...
Was that on the rider list if I'm going to Dublin?
I was like, I'll only do a junket if it's in Croke Park. They tried to do the Aviva and I was like, there's no hope in that.
I need to talk to you about you making me famous in Ireland.
How did I do this?
So I was on my first ever red carpet in London, flew over from Dublin, and you took me out of the red carpet and you said, "You remind me of me when I was younger."
You look like a young Jack Black. Has anyone ever told you that? Turn the camera around on this guy. Did anyone get
photo of you together.
It's my British doppelganger. Is anyone getting this?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Crossy and Jack. Brand new movie. It's a crime-fighting duo.
I have to say Ari is the person that made me laugh the most. She does it so easily.
Her impressions.
Spot on. Completely spot on.
Did she try and take you on?
Oh, she has. She's done it really well. She has, and she's done it beautifully. I think it's like wonderful.
Feel okay in cursing as well. I've never watched a movie and felt so related to it in my whole life.
So seen. I've never felt so seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, I have family in the north and in the south. So.
Oh, amazing. Well, look, it's a deal.
Yeah, I want the Avoca fruit and seeded bread. The Avoca Gardens, the bread is like £6. Amazing. It's amazing.
He used to probably introduce Home and Away in RTE in Ireland back in the day when you were on it. So that was his job.
He did not tell me that. I'm disappointed.
I sent you a picture, didn't I?
Yeah.
First fitting in my new jacket.
And I was still doing press for season 2 in LA. And Luke sent me a picture. I was like, he looks gorgeous. I was like, all right. And it's so funny, the costume department, I don't think they said this to me. Dougie said to me, "We're making him sexy for you." And I was like, all right, Dougie. He literally said those words, "We're making him sexy for you." And it's like,
oh, wow.
Okay. At Valentine's Day, right? I don't even know if you can show this or whatever. And my daughter is in a shop with my husband. I was told this today. Yeah, sure, do that face until you hear the story. She goes up to a card and she goes, "This is perfect for Mummy." It's a picture of Timothy, who she thought was her dad, because it looks like my husband. And it says, "Will you Wonka my Willy?"
I'm love this.
That's brilliant. That's humour. See, the humour's gone from you to her.
But she doesn't get it. She's like, "Oh, it's Willy Wonka. Will you Wonka my Willy, Dad?" She's like, "No."
Hopefully we won't have to like remember each other like we're dead to each other.
These are both going into Big Brother now.
Ever gonna see each other.
All right, well. I don't know.
It was my first day on set, and Antonio was there, and I was so nervous. Really? Oh God, it was awful because it was the big final scene was my first day, and so there's the Brown family, there's Julie Walters, there's Antonio Banderas.
No, but she was nervous because it was a big scene, not because of me. I was nervous because of her. Yeah, because I'm sorry. It's very cheesy to say these things on television because it seems like we are just sending beautiful things to each other. And I am a huge admirer of your work. I'm serious. So I am the one who was nervous there. I am the one who was nervous. Oh yeah, believe me.
No, but it feels like it's not a million miles away. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I got to do it enough. I did enough laps as Oz that if I just saw a hairpiece again, it would all come back.
Glenn, I'm looking at you because God love you. Every girl and gay in the world is commenting.
Every girl and gay. Wow. Beginning of a beautiful nursery rhyme. Thank you so much.
Are you a Swiftie? Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is this like, are you a Swiftie in real life?
I would say, yeah. I mean, look, there are some extreme Swifties, and I won't claim the kind of expertise that others have, but yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh my God, the Guinness in Devonshire it's Ireland.
Nuts.
It's basically Ireland.
Well, I'm not such a beer drinker. Are you a beer? Have you not split the G?
Yeah, it's split the G.
Split the gin.
Split
the G. Split the G. With your first gulp, you have to try and split the G of the Guinness on the side of the pint glass.
That's what you need to do tonight, lads.
I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm ready.